so I don't really know.
September, October. September's the 9th month. October. So it's like January, February. Interesting.
Is it? Is it interesting, Isaac?
Why are loads of people having sex in January, February?
They feel horny after winter.
True.
I don't know. I mean, actually, you know what, Isaac? You're right. This is the most interesting subject I've ever heard of.
Valentine's Day?
Like a bunch of what they feel obligated to. Like, here's your birthday present, my penis, as a dick in a box.
If it's like you have these like sexless marriages, and they're like, okay, but at least on Valentine's Day.
But like, honestly, like so many animals have like seasons and like basically just times they get horny. It's like even if it's not correlate, it doesn't correlate to like, okay, when do our offspring have the biggest chance of survival? Like if they're born like during spring, so that they actually live through the summer instead of freezing to death.
Yeah.
With humans, like, do we not have any of that like at all?
Because if it's like October, then you'd have a newborn baby in like the start of winter, which would not be ideal.
In October? What do you mean? Then it's in the middle of summer. It's like 9 months after.
Well, oh no, it depends where you are, I guess. Because like October in the UK is winter.
Yeah, but 9 months after October, that's like in the middle of summer.
So the most common birthday is October. So most are
so
born in October.
You mean if you're born in October? Okay, sorry. I thought you meant like if you had sex in October.
No, that's like, so then like leading backwards. Like thinking backwards, it's like 9 months before then.
October is the ideal
Halloween
month for sex. Yes, you dress up as a goblin and you fuck your wife.
Everyone wants a Halloween baby, so they can dress them up in like pumpkin outfits.
That's pretty adorable.
That is why everyone's doing it.
Dude, I want a kid now just for that. Like, I'm just gonna go out and adopt since I can't get a woman to love me, but just so that I can dress him as a pumpkin and I'll turn him the week after.
Halloween is a big thing in America, so maybe.
Wait, how does that relate to me? I'm not in America.
Well, you've been Americanized.
Okay. But I think I've talked about this. Like, to me, like, winter is really fucking funny because we dress kids like we just pack them in clothing in order to keep them warm during winter, so they can barely move. So like the funniest shit you can do is like go down to kindergarten, line them all up, and then you just shove whoever's in front, and they'll fall down like dominoes. It's the dumbest shit. They can't move. There's nothing they can do about it. And it's not like they get hurt. They just get confused.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's how I spend my free time. How are you doing?
Well, I'm working at a primary school, so yeah, I'm pushing kids over as well.
Well, at this point, I don't blame you. I blame the primary school. Why the fuck were they hiring?
True.
What were they thinking?
Fucking mad lads. So into the interview, I just dared them to hire me, and they're like, "Shit, I gotta do it now."
Of course, these will fucking do it. Just try and stop.
Truth or dare? I was like, "Truth or dare?" And they said, "Truth," and I'm like, do you find me sexy? And they're like, "Okay, dare."
Wait,
they don't want to answer.
They didn't dare to tell you to your face that you're not sexy.
They didn't want to admit that they did find me sexy.
Oh, yeah, because that's how they get in. The fucking logic.
So then they swapped to dare, and then I dared them to hire me.
I'm sorry, like, I just imagine all the people at this school to be cartoon characters that, like, get unnecessarily flushed when you ask them the question.
So I got every job I've ever had, working at Royal Mail. Some old postman. I was like, truth or dare?
How dare you? What's the term? I was about to say squander the name of Royal Mail. Soil the name. What the fuck is the word I'm looking for? Why am I so bad at language?
It's like me trying to figure out the word accuse.
J'accuse!
Shakusto.
That
it's like
man
really
is a man.
laggy.
As it should be.
It's like
it's
10
probably
FPS.
because it's... Oh yeah, I need to see. Wait, is my other stream affected? Because it could be that's just my upload speed. Oh yeah, oh yeah, that is chugging along. Woo!
I could just watch you on YouTube. You don't have to
You
do
sure
that.
could.
I just mute both anyways.
Wow. But the audio's good in this game, Isaac. It's got good music and shit,
Ugh.
I guess.
Ugh.
Okay, let's see if this actually improved the quality of the le stream. Oh my god, fucking click on the thing. There you go.
Okay, so it's streaming now.
So Isaac, how do you like el esthétique?
Are all the little creatures like the black color?
If I say yes, what's the follow-up?
No, it's just it seems like. Let me see them again. Like stand still for a bit so I can see.
Look at them.
Like they seem like
cheeks.
they seem like really flat
Yeah.
because they're like monochrome. They're kind of like out of place. You know what I mean?
Isaac,
Like they don't, yeah.
would you say that's your black man in America?
No. Well, maybe.
Well, at that point, that question what motivates you, but okay. At least we have the answer.
Well, like they look kind of cartoony, and it's like the world doesn't look
What
that
black
cartoony.
people? How dare you, Isaac?
No. The little critters. The
How do I open this?
what's it called? The little.
Have I already opened it?
It's like the creatures from Spirited Away. The little puffballs.
Yeah, like I would call them.
They look like owls almost. They look weird.
They're just called rot in this game, but they seem inspired by
Rot?
Kodama.
Yikes.
Yeah, yeah, you know. And
Christ.
how do they make them black? What's the implication here? Wait, can I repeat? Why did they jump over them? I don't trust these buggers. How? Oh yeah, like I'm unnecessarily neurotic about the river here because apparently I can just swim in it. But that didn't feel intuitive to me.
Can they swim?
Ow! The fuck? Why was there a bomb man in there? And why did they explode immediately? Look at them, Isaac. They're so cute. Don't you want a plushie? Don't you want to give them all your money now?
No, they look so out of place.
Isaac!
Same with your
Nothing.
character, kind of looks a bit out of place as well.
What the fuck, Isaac? It's called an art style, I'll have you know. Not that you'd know.
It's like it doesn't know if it wants to be cartoony or realistic, and it's kind of like
What, you can't have both?
it's just like it's this weird like generic feeling, like it's kind of
Yeah, well, Isaac, fuck you. In anime, in all the shows you watch, the background of the characters all look different too. Suck on that.
oh, you got me.
What? They are different art styles. You can't fucking claim otherwise. You tell me Mugen is drawn the same way as the background. You know it to be true. Search your heart.
Yeah. But then it's
But you're used to it. That's the difference, Isaac.
no, because it's like it's
this
more
is
that it's more that the design of the characters and the little creatures I don't like.
Okay.
It's not so much like.
I
guess.
mean, they're like hyper cutesy, and they don't seem to have a purpose.
I say it's like it doesn't really fit. But like the setting is just kind of like you could see this landscape in like World of Warcraft or like a bunch of different games, and it's more like doom and gloomy kind of this area. But then it's like, why are there these cutesy fucking Disney critters
And why
everywhere?
can't I move this elevator? That's what I want to know. At the moment. But I wish I could find this show. Maybe it was Scooby-Doo that did this. There was just this really fucking funny thing where in Scooby-Doo, like, people would hide in a background element, so like behind a painting, but the painting was so obviously different to the rest of the background that you immediately knew where they'd pop out from.
Oh yeah, I do that in
and
loads of animated.
Yeah, exactly. But then they flipped the script and they actually moved the thing that was the painted background element, and that's just, like, because you develop this expectation, it just ends up being so fucking funny.
Yeah, that's good.
I love that shit. It's like they make fun of a trope.
Yeah.
while playing into it. This place got a lot grayer. But I assume you can't hear any of the music here then, since you don't want to hear an echo of me. Oh no, I slip and I slide. I think I want to check out the surrounding areas before I move on.
Music's nothing special.
How do you know? This isn't the music that I'm talking about being the good part. They have these badass bells. Okay, screw you. Lock on! Oh my god. I'm a murderer now. No!
Do you, are you like enjoying the game?
Like,
How far in are you?
I stopped playing it like a year ago, but for some reason, now it feels good to just have a look around at my own pace. Like, it's not hyper engaging, but it's nice and relaxing. How the fuck do I get up there? And for some reason, I like environmental puzzles, just having a look around, doing simple shit like trying to figure out how to navigate from one place to another.
I like that Nintendo's announced a bunch of new stuff, like Pikmin 4.
Didn't they finally name the new Breath of the Wild?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, wait, didn't you play like just one Pikmin, but you really liked it?
Yeah, Pikmin 3, I think, the one on Wii U.
Ah, this part, the fucking bells, I love this shit.
Bells.
Yeah, it has like this
Yeah, I'm listening.
somewhat discordant element to it, but I like it. And they got like different bells of different qualities, so even though it's like the same instrument, it gives it different feels. Uh-oh. Bombs, man, fuck you! I have strong hammer, you can't do shit. I am too powerful. Hey, where's my... I was supposed to add somebody to my army, and they didn't provide me anything. Oh yeah, I think I didn't check this place out. Okay, Isaac, nature versus nurture, which is it? Uh-oh. Well, I just got myself killed.
Oh, Bayonetta 3. Okay.
Have you played any of the games?
I think I did. Like
I think
when I
you did not.
had, when I had PS, but I had PS3. I think I did.
Oh boy, that was... Get up! Oh, Jesus Christ, that was right on the edge. Okay, I'm just gonna jump down here because I don't trust the...
Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. That's the new name.
Oh. The whole kingdom's gonna cry now, is it?
Oh yeah.
More like bitch kingdom. How the fuck? Really? She wouldn't even grab the edge there? That seems counterintuitive. The kingdom of bitches.
Bitches.
Why do I find vulgarity inherently funny?
You seem to find a lot of things funny. I feel like you just have very low bar for like what you find funny.
Wow, Isaac.
It's because you like laugh at your own jokes.
How else are we supposed to remain friends?
Well, it's just because it's like it's easy for me because I don't have to worry about entertaining you because you just laugh at yourself. So I don't have to be funny.
You contribute, right? To my disability. Uh-oh.
Disability. Does it feel like a disability?
100%. Wait. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did you blow... Oh, Jesus!
Who are you playing? Putting mosquitoes and Batman.
I thought... Like, I thought I could attack the rock, but I had to shoot it.
Just
I feel betrayed. No, you. You learn to play, Isaac. You're the epic gamer. Shit.
You got like
fuck
multiple
you.
weapons.
Are you kidding me? He's gonna roll. He's gonna fucking roll. Jesus Christ, that is scary. Fuck you. I'm leaving. Fight your own fights. Oh, come the fuck on. They keep fucking my bumps. I don't like that I have to shoot them. It feels like I should be able to smack their cores. Hey, don't start with me on that. And what do I do with this? I just have a bucket. Okay, move over here. Cool. Am I supposed to do something with this? Can I get them to carry me? Where the fuck should I go with this? Isaac, help!
Help me. Help me.
Okay, so I need to bring this over here just so we can jump on it. I assume I'm doing a lot of guesswork here. You better get on top, thank fuck. Oh no, they're turning me around. Oh, that is this. Stop! That is disorienting. Holy shit. Isaac, if you had an army of rot, what would you do? I feel like a YouTuber. Join the rot army. What did you say?
We'll sell it.
Just sell the army. They'll just show up somewhere in Afghanistan.
Mercenary army. Contractors.
Exactly. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Who's gonna have responsibility of them? You just don't want it. Oh my god. Fuck off. Wait! Why did that not hit? Oh god, I hate these bastards.
They love you.
What? No, that is not. That's not what I aimed, you son of a bitch. I'm losing my mind with this shit. I'm kidding. Oh my god. Okay, I didn't know that was okay. Fuck you. I hate fighting big guys. I only fight midgets. Huh? What did it say? Void Knight? Vine Knight, okay. So how do I do this? Aha! What? Stop! What? What am I supposed to do? Stop! Ow! What? I don't know what any of the animations on this fucking bitch are. Can I not just... This is just getting annoying. When can I attack them?
Shoot me in the head.
I'm just gonna die. Okay, so I can't even dodge into it either? I swear I should have had iframes there. Isaac, why can't you support me in my time of need? Really? And here we go again. Wow, good job, me. Okay, I hit at least. Am I supposed to hit something? I don't understand. Or is it just a cutscene telling me that I fucked up? Ow. It is not clear when this dude is actually blocking. He shit and die, you bastard. Stop. Don't. Really? Are you kidding me? Still don't understand how to fight this dude, but I won. That's always a good sign. Okay, Isaac, help me out here. When he grabs me, does it not seem like I should be able to time a block or a dodge while I'm getting pulled towards him? Like, the timing of it makes it seem like I have a certain amount of time to get out of the grab or something. Am I the only one reading it that way? No, it's the lesbian.
This is where we built our
What?
ox.
Now I'm
Started
interested.
as a simple concept, a way for us to work the fields and improve our crops. But he became so much more. It's no surprise the dearest spirit has latched onto him.
You know what? I think the audio balance needs to get its shit together. Her voice is really quiet. Oh yeah, save. Where the hell am I in this world? Oh wow, it's been almost exactly a year since I played this. Interesting. I'm just, you know what? I'm just gonna stand here until they crush me. What am I? Am I supposed to do something now? I guess that.
Right there.
Okay, now plant the seed. Well said, Dave. What am I supposed to do with this?
TA loading.
Bye.
I'm going to watch their stream a bit.
Okay. I don't know what to do with this.
Well, the giant
Isaac, I got a
slug
giant.
snake.
It's a goat.
Follow it.
Okay, look, it's got horns.
It's got no feet though.
Like I'm controlling it. I just don't know what to do with it.
Oh. It seems like
Yeah.
the further away you get with something, it's running down or time limit.
What's
Or...
happened? The camera's fucked. Okay, now I can move it. Jesus, that was awkward. I think I want to get over there. I need to go all the way around, really. Feels like it anyway. Okay, this is like a travel point, war point, whatever. Rufus's bath. Ah, yes, my good friend Rufus. Oh, wait, I can use it on this. Wow, it was right around the corner. I couldn't just see it. What else is this for, though? Wow, good job, me again. like I'm so bad at predicting how far the lob goes. For the love of God. Are you shitting me? That was not close enough to grab the ledge. I feel damn much betrayed by that.
Your expectations weren't met. You've been pulled out of the game world. Immersion
Man.
broken.
I can see why the Russian lady likes it. This is clearly marriage material.
Hell yeah.
Haha, I'm doing things that annoy you. Haha, you're having an emotional response. Ding ding ding. Sploosh. Activate the baby shrine.
Sploosh.
I need to be able to get up there. Wait, I can shoot this thing? Wait.
Get splooshed, bitch.
That's what she said.
Get fucking splooshed, you cunt.
Man, you're such a romantic.
Who are you? Hell yeah.
Is this how you flirt with women? Women.
Walk up to them. Who are you? Who are you?
You know, what any woman wants to wake up to.
Or
A
hooligan or
confused
something.
man who doesn't recognize them. I mean, to be fair, it's probably worth the other way around. Ah, God, who are you? And what's the answer, Isaac? Who are you?
Who are you?
Okay, I need to be able to get around that thing. Make your way over here. Climb up.
What the hell is it?
It's probably not that late for you, Isaac. What are you, an old man?
Turn it up. Ooh la la.
And look, I found a chest. That should wake you up. Look at it. We even found an adorable little baby inside the chest.
Man, fuck babies.
Please don't. I'd rather
Babies
you
can
be-
eat my dick.
Jesus Christ. I mean, I guess if it's sustenance.
Fucking babies.
Jesus Christ. Wait, it goes this way now. Oh,
Title
Jesus.
of your stream. Fucking babies.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is how it ends. I mean, Twitch has some weird goddamn rules. I still don't understand that how... Like, you're basically responsible for everything that happens on the stream. Like, there's like no sympathy. Didn't you hear about the guy who got mugged and then got his Twitch account cancelled? Like, what the fuck? Guy's like, yeah, I planned all of that. Yeah, sure. Like, that's just insult to injury to such an insane degree. Oh my god. It's like, it's hilariously dystopian. Like, we will bear absolutely no responsibility, so no matter what happens, it's all on you. That actually sounds like a Black Mirror episode. That actually sounds like something Andrew Tate would say. Doesn't matter what happens, I take full responsibility. Because I'm a man.
Gotta protect your wife from all the evil people that attack her in the street.
No, he's one of those evil people. But it'll take
It's funny,
responsibility.
there's like a clip of Destiny, like, commenting on that exact thing about, like, the protection stuff.
What do you mean?
Like, they're like,
What I'm commenting on is part of his apology was that it doesn't matter what it is, I take responsibility. It's clearly my mistake that I couldn't predict how insane people would react. It's like passively aggressively responsible, my preferred kind. Anyway. What did he
Door
say he
won't
reacted
function
to?
until we fix the plate.
well, there's a Destiny
to
was on,
find my
like, Fresh and
tools.
Fit, and it was saying
They're
about
probably up at the forge.
the, like, the Fresh and Fit, they were making this, like,
Oh, you're supposed to defend your woman.
Yeah,
so
they're
she-
making this
that's
point about the sort of like, okay, so women
Need
sort of gonna
protection.
look after the kids, and then it's like a deal. So it's like the women sort of are like they're like faithful just to their husband or whatever, and then
So
in
that the
return,
husband can protect them. Yeah,
yeah,
that's-
and then Destiny's like, if they need protection, you just call the police. It's like what, like once or twice a year, maybe you might have to like protect them in some way. And it's like,
Yeah, like your
in real
contribution
life-
to a relationship is not gonna be based on like physical protection.
then
Like, I'm
he's like-
sorry,
yeah.
it's like they treat their lives like they're fucking karate kids. Like, why is it all? Like all these regular people talking like their lives are action movies, and it's like, it's so fucking sad sometimes. I was like, oh no, like I don't care how if it's like it's 5 people to 1, I will still kick their asses. Like, no,
It's
no,
like-
what the fuck are you talking about?
It's like ego boosting themselves without ever having to prove it. It's like,
yeah,
I'm
my
going to
favorite
protect
sort of
you,
ego boost.
but then they never actually have to protect them. So it's like, you never know if they can actually do it or not. It's just an illusion of it.
Yeah, I've talked about how I think it's funny when. How the fuck does this work? Hmm. But yeah, like anybody can claim that they're going to be able to protect somebody. It doesn't mean that they actually are. So this whole like posture aspect is just funny to me. Like imagine having like the 10 people in the same room talking about how they all defend their woman, and like not a single one of them has actually been in a situation where they've had to do that. So they're all just fucking making claims that
Yeah.
don't matter. Okay, I clearly don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here, Isaac. Help me. I need a man to help me here. Somebody who can protect me from these evil puzzles.
Let me
Could you be
channel
that
my
man?
inner Andrew Tate and help you.
I got a feeling he wouldn't play puzzle games.
Well, his dad was a professional chess player, so
Really?
yeah.
How come he didn't inherit any of the smart? Got him.
But his dad was like a CIA agent as well.
Ah, cool.
Um,
Chess player and CIA agent? That's a weird combo.
yeah, where he's like,
Like, when you say
super
chess
genius,
player, I'm
man.
assuming you mean like professional.
Yeah.
Or- Isaac, if there's one thing I've learned from this game is that you need to meditate so that you can charge up your health more.
what a fun game mechanic.
But no, it's not healing. Like you literally superpower it. Okay.
Wow, so fun sitting down.
What do you think about the character design, Isaac?
She'd look better naked.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
gonna let that up actually.
She's
her name
14, Isaac. I don't actually know. I just want to get you cancelled. Eat shit, Isaac.
Yikes.
Ooh.
What?
God, I think that's the fucking weirdest
How-
thing of it.
How old are the Rock?
Let's not.
Yeah.
Like, it could be thousands of years for all I
Yeah.
know, but they
Like
look like
mops.
babies, so I don't really care.
It's like, would you sleep with a 1,000-year-old like elf, but they look like they're 10 years old?
No. No, not these fucking theories, please. This is also known as anime discussion. Why do they have it as a trope? I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah. All
Wait,
the
did this
perverts.
just collapse? What, just to freak people out?
No, it's just perverts like to watch it, so they like pander to the perverts.
But these are not the kind of perverts you should be fucking...
Well, tell that to Japan, aren't I?
Yeah,
Well, they sell panties
Would.
and vending machines. So I don't know.
Some of that shit is absolutely insane. I mean,
But I'm
not
wondering
just
if it's-
panties, apparently used panties.
Yeah, like if they say panties, you could think, okay, maybe it's like some kind of feminine hygiene helpful
shit.
thing,
No.
like for like periods, and, you know, like they need emergency
Actually,
underwear.
yeah.
But then-
Emergency underwear, Jesus.
If it's like used, then you're like, okay,
Honestly,
that's
dude, I'm actually with that 100%. Like, they should just put them in every bathroom. I don't even care about the women. Like, people shit themselves. People need emergency underwear sometimes.
Yeah. So you're like, okay, it could be that. But then as soon as you say they have ones that sell used underwear, then it's like, okay, that's just like something in a
you know
sex
what
shop.
the purpose is. Yeah, of course.
It's like no sex shop in like most, like UK, they wouldn't sell stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I think there'd be laws against it.
yeah. So it's just kind of
Like, if anything, just hygiene.
yeah. It's kind of it's more of like a kind of fetish, but it's not even. It's like. I don't, it's not even fetish. Like, cause you can have. It seems like it's
I don't
more
know.
like dirty than a fetish. It's kind of.
What?
But it's
Just
like-
the
it's like-
taboo? Like, taboos are
Yeah,
and
it's kind of
fetishes correlate. What do you mean?
It's not taboo. It's not like. It's like disgusting. It's not like morally wrong. It's not like incest and shit like that. It's like just like dirty. It's like
Was
dirty
it just
underwear.
Whoa!
You know,
what?
what I mean? Like,
I'm sorry. This is a really angular waterfall. I just realized. What the fuck has happened? I think I've destroyed the texture.
it's ice sheets.
Yeah, be cold.
It's like, yeah, very cold, but not too cold. But the top surface of the water is becoming ice sheets.
Where the fuck am I supposed to stand here? Do we need to
Yes.
activate them all at the same time? Have it? When did you restart this thing? Is this where I'm supposed to click it?
You're bad at games.
I am. I'm very. I think. Okay, I think that's where I'm supposed to stand, but I have the right idea.
You are bad.
What? That is some bullshit. That was 100% part of the
Fan
platforms.
bullshit. Fan bullshit.
So Isaac, have you ever sold your used panties?
No. Well, because I use dating apps, you get weird people that like message you like, "I'll pay you to like shave me." It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And would you?
No. Well,
I
depends
feel
on
like I'm
what.
missing a crystal.
I would if it was good money, but it's never good money.
I
It's always
think
like
I
ugly
thought about
people.
it. Like, I wondered if you can live on only contributing blood and semen to the hospital.
I wonder. Oh, if I see right, so in London, they actually have adverts sort of regularly about like sperm donation, and then it's like,
What, you sell them or buy them?
I think there's a law now where you can't be paid for it, but you get. It's like a preset amount, as if to like, cover costs of like traveling and giving the sample. So like every visit, you get £35.
Okay.
So, like, I don't think you can do as unlimited visits, if you know what I mean. So, like, if you did one a day, you could probably live off that. Like, well, don't know about that actually.
I don't even know what the fuck their goal is. Like, what is it that they're trying to buy?
I don't know. It's like, so they want sperm, but it's like they're aggressively advertising for more
if they didn't want it,
donations.
they wouldn't be buying it.
But it's like they advertise like wanting it, right? It's like it's not just. It's like the company wants it, so they obviously make money from it in some way. So it's like that many people going there, or they use it for like research, or is it like backups, or that
That's
many
what I don't
women
know,
are like
like-
super picky about it? I don't know. Like,
Yeah, but if women are picky about it, wouldn't that straight up like eliminate a lot of the people they should be
The
bringing
door
in?
won't function
that's what I
until we
mean.
fix the plate. We'll need
but
to
then when
find
I've
my
looked at
tools.
it, it's like the main
Probably
sort
up
of
at the forge.
the only.
The door won't function until we
It's
fix
like
the plate.
basically the only
need to find my
criteria
tools.
are. It's about like health and stuff. So it's like they'll have restrictions where it's like you have to give samples and blood samples and get tests and everything. But
Up
then
at
they'll
the
be
forge.
like, you have to be under a certain weight, I think.
Get fucked, Isaac.
Yeah, or it's some sort of like
wait. Sorry.
BMI or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say, because if you're just like too tall, I was like, oh, sorry, you're overweight. Like,
Basically, so it's like I think they want like
like
healthy
I'm almost
samples.
3
Or,
meters and I weigh over 100 pounds. Oh no.
or it's like they
Wait,
know.
100 kilos, not pounds. 100 pounds would be your skeleton.
Or it's more like they kind of put it on there because they know it's like no one wants it if you're unhealthy. So it's like as soon as you put on there like, oh, I'm fucking 30 stone, like 300 kilos, fucking monster that can't
Dude.
move.
I can't wait for wokeism to affect this area where it's like, oh, you don't want their genetics, and suddenly there's like people who are like have severe debilitating diseases showing up at sperm banks demanding that they take their sperm.
Take it. Take my sperm now.
Like I just imagine the scene from Hannibal.
Can you pick that up?
You know what I'm talking about?
Throws it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad you got it.
Yeah, I was thinking like the series or the movies or.
There's a oh yeah, there is a series. Of course there's a series. Isaac, of course there's a series. What are you talking about?
Coas. Of Coas with Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh yeah, I think I barely managed to watch like the first 4 episodes or something like that.
Yeah, it's like it's
Like,
too.
when he
yeah.
started fighting another serial killer, like they're kung fu martial artists, I was like, okay, this is a little much.
Yeah. Too much, baby.
There's never enough, baby.
My little baby.
Are you kidding me? Jesus Christ, I got stuck in that animation for ages.
Yeah.
Ow. Okay, that's it. What is it?
How now, brown cow?
Then there's fighting words.
Have you heard that phrase before? Is that common
Yes.
in Norway?
Do you think we even pronounce it that way? Why would we have it?
No, no. It's, well, if you teach it in English class, maybe. I don't know. There's a way to learn words.
Yeah, there is a way to learn words. It's called teaching.
Yeah, well, you can teach using like rhymes and shit and sayings and
Oh, dude,
funny
rhymes and shit.
musical stuff.
No, Isaac, this is Norway. This is no fun allowed zone, okay?
Oh, okay, yeah, true.
Fun is a foreign concept. We're too woke.
Norgies.
Norwegians.
Monkey Bogey.
You need to stop with that. It's racist, Isaac. It's not allowed.
I'm Norwegian, okay? I have
That's
blonde
used-
hair. That's why I'm Norwegian.
I wouldn't be surprised if that actually is the case.
I have blue eyes.
Exactly.
And
That's all
Norwegians
my
have
requirements.
ginger beards? I don't know.
Some do, yeah.
Well, most people do. Well, a lot of guys have ginger beards, regardless of their hair color.
No. Smack them. Really? Where do they even have health?
Losers.
I'm so confused. Wait, I need to kill 12 enemies? Oh, kill 15. I'm so close! Oh, this is annoying.
No, you're gonna lose.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
enough. You're not a good player.
That
You're a
is not
bad
even
man.
where I was aiming.
You're a bad person.
I'm too immoral to win, is that your
Yeah.
argument? It has nothing to do with skill.
You're a bad person, so you can't win.
Yeah, no, that adds up.
Why is RimWorld so expensive?
Because you're too immoral.
RimWorld. That's insane, what a joke. It's like the same price on the fucking Quayside. Bastard.
What the fuck?
Disparity. Have they ever done it on Humble Bundle?
Sure they have. Fuck off! Oh shit, that obliterated. Yeah, you gotta use that in melee, dude. Screw you. Smash. Oh my god. Okay, here we go, another one. Nope.
You suck at this game.
I do, absolutely do. But I get more than necessary now.
Oh, you need one more. You got 5 seconds.
Isaac, I've already finished because the stream delay.
Oh, what? You spoiled it.
I'm sorry, dude. More like soiled it, am I right? Haha, that turned out.
Soiled it. I have to put that on now. SpongeBob saying soiled it. Soiled it, 10-hour loop. Where is it?
The way you entertain yourself. Soiled it, 10-hour loop. That actually exists.
Yes, here it is.
So that's how you spend your free time, huh? Is this the forge? Where am I in this world? Village Court entrance. Was I just fucking up the quest?
SpongeBob victory screech in 10 languages.
And the victory screech is soiled it?
There's another one. Like, it's just another meme.
I'm sorry, I did not grow up with SpongeBob SquarePants, but my niece apparently has watched the movie, so maybe I'll end up watching some. Oh, wait, I can go up here? This feels illegal.
It's escaping the game
invisible
world.
wall. Yeah, this is illegal. They literally don't want me going down
Good
there.
damn.
Cool. Isaac.
No. SpongeBob. The guy who like smells SpongeBob.
Smells SpongeBob. Wait,
Yeah.
do you think I understand your references? The guy who smells SpongeBob. This just sounds like a fucking story title.
SpongeBob's in a movie theater, and
Yeah.
like he's got like he ate something really horrible and his breath stinks, but he thinks like everyone is reacting to him being ugly, not
Oh.
the horrible smell of his breath. So then he like leans over to a guy who's in the cinema and he's like, "Sorry, sir, just apologizing now about how ugly I am." And it's like the guy's, "Oh, it's no problem, son." And then the smell goes in his ear and he makes this like crazy noise. It's like
Did you say
And it-
the smell goes in his ear?
in his nose.
I think you might have mixed up your organs.
Well, the fish is in
And I
SpongeBob that
don't
is,
just
so
mean for this conversation.
they might have ears in their nose because they don't have ears in their head.
Wait, what, sponges?
Like the fish in SpongeBob SquarePants don't have ears. Like you can't see them anyway.
Don't they have like sensory organs that work like that though? I know that, for example,
fish have ears. Well, like birds
there's
have stuff like that.
yeah, but they just have straight up ear holes. But I know
Fish
fish
don't have
have.
ears.
You don't say, Isaac. Thanks for that contribution.
have the same
And we're
parts, but inside
our
the
lives
head.
are now enriched after that statement. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Like fish have
Fish.
this. Some fish have like this stripe that goes along their side, so they can like feel the current more effectively. I think it picks up vibrations to some degree, but I don't really understand exactly how their organs work. But I swear to God, they have some sort of equivalent. Like, do whales have ears? I haven't seen them. They can talk to
And
each
then
other.
they're
How does this
mammals,
work?
aren't they? So
Okay, but why? Like, if they're underwater and they can use the ears for communication or to pick up on communication, why wouldn't the fish be able to do it? Like, I don't.
no, but
It's
because the
because
thing
they-
is, like whales communicate with sound, don't they? So they have to have good ears. Like their fucking whale calls and shit.
Yes, but if you can divine information from vibration, then you gotta show the nation my appreciation.
This generation.
I couldn't help myself. Fucking. But like, if you can get the information from vibration in the water, then they're not the only ones who can use it. That's my point. open this door. I'm losing my mind. You need tools from the forge. Is that what you say? Where's the
door won't
forge?
function until we fix the plate.
You
We'll
need
need
a
to
sword
find my
from Rings
tool.
of Power. Come on. So
Probably
pissed.
up at the forge. Is it over here? I guess it might be.
Spaghetti.
I've got 7 out of 10 hats. 13 out of 25 rot. That's a lot of rot I haven't gotten. Oh yeah,
Another
like
rat.
tower entrance. I need to do that later though. I couldn't do that now. Forge path! Here we go. Too far from
Probably up at the
workshop.
forge.
Shut up. Anyway, what were we talking
Shut
about?
up, game.
We were pretending to be biologists.
I've been having this like thought about like media and things where like sex appeal is boring and like lazy.
What is it? You
Like-
thought about doing things? What do you mean?
No. So
The
I've just
corruption
been
has
thinking
spread to our
about
structure. We
like
should look there for another relic.
That's our
like
forge.
media and TV shows
Adir and I
and like
spent
art
countless
and stuff,
hours
and it's
working
like
there. This path leads
the
up the
idea
cliffs.
that
There's
using
debris
sex
blocking
appeal is like boring and lazy.
Using sex
like-
appeal for what? What do you mean?
Like
Just in
anything.
general?
Like so like
Yeah, but sex sells. What do you mean?
I know that's what I mean,
why
but
they
it's
do it.
like
it's
it's like
effective.
it's boring though. It's like you only look
So
at it
how's your-
because yeah, so like it's like
Is
when
this
I-
your way of coming out of the closet?
no. My sex life is
so
good.
Okay.
But that's probably why
Sure
I find
sounds
it
like it.
boring.
My sex life is so good, I hate it.
It's like that's why porn is fucking boring because it's like not real.
Okay.
But like it seems like lazy. Like
Yeah, but
you
it's
see,
effective. That's why they
like
use it.
recently I'm like, okay, I'm on Instagram and I'm looking at this account, right, and it's a husband and wife, and they're doing like travel photos and like travel blogs and stuff, right?
Mhm.
And they're just like, okay, we're in this place, whatever. But
And
it's
they're
like
showing cleavage. The both
No,
of
but it's
them,
like-
they're both sluts.
no, like every like dotted throughout, it's like obviously like staged pictures of the woman in like, oh, we're in like the Welsh countryside in the winter and we're gonna swim in a lake, but it's like, oh, it's freezing cold, and then she's like, okay, I'm just gonna jump in, and her bikini is like a
Slipping off.
supermodel bikini, like crazy designed and like super revealing and like over the top. It's not just like a normal bikini or like swimsuit.
And what you're saying is that you become a prude conservative. All
but-
women should be
but
in
I'm like-
hijabs.
No, but it's like it's
fucking
so
with you,
obvious
obviously.
what they're doing. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. But that
and
makes
it's
it
like-
funny to me.
I know, but that's why it's like it's so transparent.
Yeah, it's like it's almost sad. It's like, oh, gee, I wonder
Yeah.
what they could be trying to achieve.
But it's like it's like I guess they're fine with it because they just get more viewers or whatever. But then it's like it's so I'm so bored of like the conversations around like dating and sex and da da da. Da. It's like that's all people talk about. It's like so fucking boring.
And
And
what
it's
do you
like,
want, Isaac?
or it's like the character's personality is just nothing, and then they're just sexy.
Character, person.
Like,
what do you mean?
like
When you say
you can have-
character, it means seems fictional.
I know, but that's what, like so in other things like One Piece, like
Give them
Any
big
TV
booba,
show.
then better character immediately.
yeah, it's like the. But it's like the sex appeal is like pushed on you.
Oh my god! Sorry, give me a second. What the fuck was that anime again? Where they need to like co-op drive giant robots.
Yeah, and the women have to like
They
being
have
like a
paddle
horse.
bars on their asses,
Yeah.
so they do like drives. That is some of the funniest. Like, it's not even on the nose, it's through the face. That is like
Yeah.
fucking. It's just. Oh god, it's funny. That just
Yeah.
cracks me up. I was like,
Yeah.
subtlety? What's that?
Yeah, it's just kind of. But then for me, it's like, if the logic of a lot of this stuff is like, I'm supposed to enjoy looking at it, right? It's like, sexy woman, and it's like,
Better be fucking sexy then.
but it's like, it's not. It's just. It's like,
It's just
it's so blatant and like in your face and kind of nonsensical, because it's just like, they're in a meeting, and then she just has massive tits hanging out, and it's like. It starts to become a way where it's like you don't notice it, or it doesn't have the effect you want it to have. Like
okay,
it's
but
like-
Isaac,
it's like
how
a
do you
life drawing
feel-
class. Like,
how do you? Sure. How do you feel about Game of Thrones establishing sex position?
what do you mean?
You haven't heard about that? Instead of
Establishing.
like every time they need to have exposition, they're afraid things get too boring, so they have exposition during sex. So everybody calls it sex position. Like that's how blatant and formulaic it is. It's pretty funny.
So what in the? So they use the sex in the same scene as like to explain something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because they can.
Yeah. That's what I mean. It's just like it's so uninteresting because it's like, yeah, woman's hot. Okay, now what? It's okay. We just look at her. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. But it's
I'm
not.
s-
It's just. It's like scene dressing. It's like fucking. But it's like unrealistic and it's boring and like.
Well, I'm sorry you're gay.
But then it's the same way that when I look at people who, like artists, I like look at their accounts and all they draw is like half naked women. That's it. They just draw
Yeah.
naked women all the time, and it's like,
Honestly,
fine, do what you want. They like, I don't mind, but
I
it's
think
like,
that's how you should do it. Like, again, sex sells, and if you're just gonna
Yeah.
be doing practice and you know you can't make any money out of it, or you don't have the skill level that you feel like you should have, you might as well just do naked drawings and get attention while you're training to.
someone message you on your
Yeah.
YouTube.
Oh shit! Picking up the PS5 camera. I don't even know what that is. Do you recognize it?
PS5 camera. What? So like streaming, maybe.
Well, I'm playing this on PC, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
But like, would you get?
For
Like, if you
streaming?
could, do you ever stream on your PS5?
I hate,
So you
like, I
have
hate
to
to
use your
break the
computer.
illusion, but that image I got on my stream, that's not actually me. Like, I'm flattered that you might think
Yeah.
that.
That's what they want. They're
like
like,
it, yeah.
please have a camera. Please.
It's like, dude, I need to see you in high def. You're so good looking.
Yeah. This is the person who like is really into like sex appeal and like seeing shit. Like,
Isaac, chill.
let me show you
But,
this lovely goblin
Like, I
Skype
have no
picture.
idea.
You're
Like, is there something special about the PS5 camera? Like, I'm so out of the loop. I barely pay
nah,
attention
I
to.
don't even have a PS5.
Yeah, but have they had like conferences where they have like special features on it or something? I have no idea.
I think it's just the functionality of like you can just sit and stream. You know what I mean? Like the same way you could stream on like with a camera on PC. So it's like you can have a kind of nice flow with streaming PS5 and have a
I
camera.
mean, if you're going to stream and you're going to have a camera and that's a good camera, then it seems like a pretty obvious decision.
Yeah.
But
Maybe he's trying to buy one.
Like, I don't like
He's trying to sell
streaming
you
on
it.
consoles. That he's a marketing shell. I knew it.
But
God.
do we insert in a PS5 camera? See?
I was like, I've heard about this sweet new technology called a PS5 camera. Would you be interested, sir? But
Oh,
okay,
sure.
give me a second. I need to talk to this lesbian woman. As
How do you
opposed
know
to a
she's
lesbian man. How do you know she's? I don't know. Listen, I just need to talk to her because I'm clueless about what to do. I can't get into the crystal cave, and I need to get to the forge. But here is what's blocking the forge.
Corruption has
Woman, talk to
spread
me.
to that structure. We should look there for another relic.
There, sure.
Stream delay.
But if only you could like pull out in
That's
order
our
for me
forge.
to.
pull out.
Adir and I spent countless
Oh,
hours
chill.
working there.
Not everything is related to
Lots
peanuts.
of good memories in that place.
But anyway, like as I was saying,
This path
it's
leads
like
up the cliffs, but there's debris blocking the way.
the kind
There's
of
debris
We'll need
blocking.
something big to clear it out.
Okay, we need
Just-
something big, sure, but what? God damn it, I don't know what they're asking of me at all. Okay, the relic is up there somewhere. Sure. How do I get there? Can I use the elevator? Was I just an idiot? Okay, I'll have to try. Sorry.
bitch.
I just needed
Use the
to
elevator,
verify
bitch.
what the fuck my next step is, because holy shit.
But yeah, like
Dude, after you said that, the more I read this dude's comment, the more I keep thinking, oh, I actually was trying to sell me the camera. Sorry, you were
Yeah.
saying? Wait, was it? Have I been here?
it's like I don't know, maybe it's just me where it's like sexual imagery is like it
What
doesn't
about
have
erotica?
but it doesn't have the effect on me as like to stimulate me. It's like I see it.
And then
The
become
s-
flaccid. I'm too much of a giga ched.
Yeah.
I'm never horny. Me, perfect control of penis.
It's like it doesn't. It's like in the same way. Say you watch like something sad in a movie and it makes you cry. It's like it's very rare that like you see something sexy on TV and it makes you like horny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Me and Dave were playing Immortality, and it feels like they were using like nudity for shock value. And me and her were just like laughing about it, like bantering over it. I was like, "Hey Dave, pretty gay of you to get me to watch porn with you." It's
Yeah.
just- it's like there's like oh no, I'm horny now. This is fucking like
But it's yeah.
it might have gone the opposite way. Like I might have ended up with negative libido. I don't.
Yeah. It's just kind of
I think we're just old. We have self control, and it no longer matters.
it's like I'm so far away from. I'm just like if it's not a real person, I'm not interested. It's like
How do you know if somebody's real, Isaac?
shut up. Yeah, I don't know. It's just fucking strange. Because it's like thinking about like, if I think about the stuff I want to make, like my stories and like TV show ideas, it's like literally in none of them.
You're gonna have to give me a second because I'm trying to figure out what to do next.
Oh, I
But
don't know how to climb a cliff. Oh, don't know
I
how to
mean-
get past the big rock and the lesbians bullying me.
yeah, pretty much.
Where?
Forge entrance. After cutscene, comment. It's just exposed on it. What the fuck do you want from me? Okay, on the walkthrough I'm trying to follow, it's already cleared, so I can't use that.
You have to go back then, don't you?
Yes,
the
but I don't
walkthrough.
know where. The walkthrough just starts there. No, like say what you want to. I'm just trying to explain to you if it seems like I'm not paying enough attention.
What's the point? Because I'll just join you, be like, sorry, I wasn't listening to that again. Sorry, I wasn't listening to that again.
Yeah.
So then, instead of me just restarting every 5 seconds.
It might not be that literal. It might just be when you get to something that requires more involvement. No,
I need
okay.
your undivided attention, bitch.
I'm sorry. Are we married?
Stop, Ryan.
Oh my! Wait! Oh fuck! Oh my god!
Where?
I missed
What an
that.
idiot.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh, fucking
man,
noob. I knew
I
it.
guess I'm gay now. I guess I have to have sex with men
I
for
could
the
have
rest of
figured
my
that
life.
out.
Yeah. What did you figure out, Isaac?
Come on, it's
Well,
obvious.
Yeah.
The
Which
fact that
part?
I don't need to say it, it's so obvious. Come on.
Man, it's like talking to Ben. He had the worst habit of saying, of calling everything obvious and saying, yeah, obviously. Like, obviously was a filler word for him, and it drove me fucking nuts. Is that a scarecrow?
How did you go?
There you need to chill. Stop! Can I? Oh, Danny! Stop!
Well, it is like house.
How? The fuck you
It's got
say?
one leg. That
I
thing is
told you
not letting you go.
Yeah, well, I don't go either. Stop! Come on. Don't put...
Out, red orb.
Son of a bitch.
And a beans.
Holy shit, I homed in on him like a maniac. Fuck you, bee. Was, whatever you are, with owl face, thinking you're all
Skeeter.
special and shit.
Right there.
The hell do you call me?
Mosquito. Mosquito.
Skeet skeet.
Mosquitogenic diet.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to envision, but I like none of the options.
So what was I
And
going to say?
Something about how gay you are.
No.
You sure? No, I don't. No. Probably not.
Fuck. Oh yeah, like,
Over there.
only my, like,
Unrivaled libido.
my Nero story has, like lots of nudity and stuff in it. But I don't even treat it like it's supposed to be sexy. It's like, they're just, like, wild animals. Like,
Alchemist.
like the demons and the sort of goblin character, it's like creatures, they're like, it's the same way if you ever look at these like old paintings of where like scenes of people like on the beach, and it's like they're like nude, but it's not sexualized in like any way at all. It's just like
At all.
normal. It's just like, okay, it's the beach and it's nice weather, so they're not wearing many clothes. Because
Yeah,
they're like,
that's
society is
society.
so, because like the
He started as
demons,
what
their
came
society,
from
because
so
they're not
much
attracted to each other.
It's no surprise.
Like they have to mate with other races. So like, the male and female demons around each other, they don't feel attraction to each other.
You explained this shit to me
So-
before. What's your point?
So their interaction, like the way that they act and behave, is not overly sexualized. And then I don't
But
like. I
they're
don't
just extremely nude and horny. What do you mean?
kind like no. It's more like they are.
No, when I do it, it is art. You don't
It's like
understand.
they can use their sexuality as like a means to get what they want, like to sleep with other races and stuff. But
As you do.
it's like
It's over there.
this is the way they kind of the society was merged with the other societies, that it was like it was just common. They could just sleep with people the same way that people do like in normal society. It's just like it wasn't like they were trying to like actively over like present themselves and try and sleep with loads and loads of people and like, you know, make everyone horny around them.
I'd like a point at this point.
As in, so what I'm saying is like, I don't like, when I'm saying I don't like the idea of like pushed sexuality and like overly sexualized use of like characters, imagery and stuff in media, because
You
it's
say
like
that you have
boring.
the most sexualized, demonic, horny boys of all time.
Right, that's what, but then it's like I do, but then I don't present them in that way. It's like I make them like that, but then I don't make them overly act in that way. They're not like striptease dancing and like every time they bend over, it's like
Okay, but don't other
showing
shows
their
do that?
ass to everybody.
Couldn't the other shows use that same excuse?
What do you mean?
But, like, you say that you see tits in shows and my boner remains unboned.
But no, but like you get shows like One Piece where they have tits that are like unrealistic. They're like massive balloons, right?
There's bolt-ons. They are so
Right.
high up on the chest.
That's what I'm like. Mine doesn't have that. It's like natural look. It's like the kind of Renaissance painting, like realistic.
Renaissance paintings are realistic. Oh shit, Isaac.
Well,
You need to
Renaissance
contain
bodies.
yourself. I'm about to unleash the
There's
bull.
signs of damage and wear, but I think there might be a
Oh, God.
little life left in him. Try your bomb. He might just need a spark.
He's glorious.
But then there's like, well, I'm saying other than that, it's pretty much like zero nudity or like
Rufus,
sexualized
you're
characters
okay.
and anything else.
I
that I've,
can't believe
like,
it.
Come up with.
How you doing, big guy?
Because it's like, yeah, sex is boring. Like to watch in like a TV show.
Easy there, old friend.
I'm glad
happy
you
to see you
like
too.
added a little more information at the end there. The sex is boring. It's like, I wonder how people will react to that.
It's like,
This is Kana. She's here to
Sexy.
help Adira.
and like,
I'm watching a
He may look
cutscene.
rough,
Stop talking
but
about
deep
sex.
down, he's a sweetheart.
There's a giant bull in front of me. I don't want to hear about sex right now. And
This is
how you don't
Kina.
like it.
this is all like shitty, designed, cartoony, crappy, generic-looking characters. Oh wow!
Fuck you, I like the designs. I'm gonna kick your ass.
It's almost as
Time
boring
has
as
thrown
Ori and the
most of our
Blind
work to
Forest.
death, but Rufus here is still chugging along.
You're just trying to pick a fight, aren't you?
I
Let's
do
go
agree
find
with it though,
another
but yeah. Hey, we need to design a game world. Okay, throw every color in everywhere. Oh, okay, sounds good.
This scene is green, gray, and blue. It's like
I was talking more about Ori and the Blind Forest.
you're just literally not. They also have color schemes for different areas. It's not literally every fucking color. Well, at the same time, anyways. My point. Oh my god! I've leveled up, Isaac. I can now perform more rock actions.
We spent our lives shaping these.
But they gave me a fucking what? They gave me a relic? What can I do? How does relics work? Spirits? Taro? Adira? Uh-huh. Well, this doesn't help me at all. Did I let it, maybe should shield more. Oh yeah, fuck, yeah.
Also, I think when I look at like, say, artistic nudes or like life drawings,
Mm-hmm. That's the only time I can pop a boner.
no, it's almost like unnecessary detail. It's like it's just distracting to the image, just because of the nature of like human beings. It's like, say you do a life drawing of a guy, but you like draw his dick in there. It's like that's all anyone will look at, and it's like
Isn't that everyone else's problem?
that's what.
So
But,
you,
no,
you
but like
think it should be omitted? I don't understand.
no, but that's what I mean. Like you as the artist, it's like you're making the drawing. If the function of it is just a study, fine, whatever, no one cares. But if it's like you're making the image to be looked at, and
You think people
You-
should omit the penis?
well, it's like if there's a alternate goal for the image. If it's like, so you're trying to do like, say, a really muscular guy, but he's in like a delicate pose, and it's supposed to show, I don't know, like gentle guy or something.
But Isaac,
Like,
you need to have
having
the
his dick
penis
hanging
there
out.
to express his vulnerability. It's the most vulnerable organ. It's literally outside
but
the
it's-
body.
But that's irrelevant. Because all you think is
Okay.
penis, penis. Look, it's a penis.
And
But
that
you
sounds
don't-
more like a you problem, Isaac. Let's be honest here.
But it's the same with like women. Like if you can see like full on like vagina, you're just like, okay, there it is. Like
Yeah.
it kind of your first sort of impression or like reading of the picture. It's like you just look genitals. That's all you think about. You're like, oh, there it is.
Oop, there it is.
And then you're trying to like ignore it while looking at the rest of the image. So it kind of it kind of removes
blocked,
the
but I'm
impact
sure
because
we
it's
could-
like the whole image isn't it's like an image with a purpose plus a penis, right? It's not like
So you do think that the dick should be removed?
yeah.
So
If your goal for the image is something else, other than just a study or whatever.
what about the statue of David? Too much penis? Statue of Venus? Too much booba? Definitely not enough arms.
Statue of David, it's
Are
like
you okay, Rufus? You're not exactly a spring chicken anymore.
looked at it.
I'll meet you at the forge, Kana, after you clear the corruption.
is it actually cut? No, it's not covered, is it? It's just small.
Somebody probably kicked the leaf on there at some point.
I don't think of the Statue of David as like
Texas?
having a kind of message
Yes.
behind it. It's just like showing off your ability to sculpt. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And then what's the Venus?
So do you think artists were worse in the day because they had less messages? How do you know what message they were
I
trying to
don't
tell?
know, but then a lot of the old art that survives is
Oh shit.
religious or it's like paid for by
Church and state.
rich people. Yeah, and like portraits of famous people. Where
I thought you said anus people for a second.
it's like how much like fictional artwork exists. Because you have things like ancient Rome and the gods and Zeus and things, and like, but I don't know how much of that remains, like old paintings or I guess mosaics and things of gods and stuff.
You know
And
God's
then you have all the
one right?
like the Christianity. It's like Jesus and da da da.
You know he isn't real either, right?
No. But then it's not like it's more built for a organization or like a function of a group. It's not like this artist made this piece for themselves to like express themselves. But then
been
that's when you
commissioned.
start. The more you get, the closer to like now you get more of that stuff. Like people
Have
having
you
the
gotten
freedoms.
to the point where you can no longer respect skill by itself? It has to be utilized for something.
No, like because when you say skill, it's like
I think
Skill in
being able
telling a
to
story.
carve the stone of the David is pretty goddamn good.
oh yeah, it's like amazing. And like I appreciate the skill, but then it's like the ability to like affect me emotionally is also a skill. Like
yeah,
a
but
good
the
story.
bad one, it sucks.
Yeah.
No, shit. What? Stop! Oh my god, stop!
But I think it's
Unneeded.
more about like the sort of benefit or intrigue, because it's like if I like watch or read a story or something and it like makes me think about something or opens my mind to an idea. For me, that seems like more beneficial and of more importance to me than say like looking at an amazing built house or something, right? It's like it's like, amazing and they've done it and it's like a craftsman
Sure,
that's
but
like
to me,
super skilled.
this is why it's funny that you... It feels like what you should value is writing more than anything. Nothing seems to convey ideas better than... Well, I say writing, I basically mean dialogue. Like, conversation is just as effective. Ah,
So-
fuck! I messed it up already.
No, but then it's like writing, but like a character's development can happen without a dialogue. But surely that happens a lot. People like characters changing from events, right? It's more like their experience of an event. There's usually things that push character development or changes, like someone dies, or you get a new job, or you lose this or that, or
Sure. But
succeed
how do you
in this and
express that if, like, you would all have it be a silent story?
not necessarily. It's just more that I don't plan dialogue. It probably needs to exist, but I don't. I try to get the idea across first without it.
It seems like you need the temporal aspect. Like, if there's no sequence to it, then there really isn't a story. It's just a statement.
What do you mean?
You can't communicate
Temporal.
the change. You can't communicate the change that you're talking about if you don't have a temporal element. Like,
When you
if
say
time
temporal,
has
what do you mean?
passed, nothing can
Okay.
change.
Yeah. But then you can do that visually, can't you? Through changing of what you're looking at. The scene
Sure.
changes, the character does things.
It's just way more work as well.
Yeah. But it's like, I know there will be dialogue, but it's like, I try to avoid it.
Closer. Yeah, because you're a Philistine. You're uncultured swine. Hammer?
Because I
Anna
can't
and
read.
Adira harvested crystals on these cliffs.
Can't read and write. That's why.
Ah, you're so
Unusual.
disabled.
Hey! I'm reporting you. Back in reporting you. You
For-
back in back.
I'm not the one who handicapped you.
Oh, you can't say that.
I'll try and stop me.
Call me alternately abled. Bitch.
But you're unable.
I have alternate abilities. Okay.
What are you, a fucking X-Men? What do you mean?
I have laser vision. Okay. That's equal to reading and writing.
You know what? If you got laser vision, I take back everything I said.
Yeah. I can fly, so I don't need to read and write because I can fly.
Okay, well, I'm about to fly to the sink and get some more water. Bear back.
Loser. Stream's mine now.
Stop abusing my stream, Isaac.
What was I gonna do?
You were complaining about how handicapped you are and that you had laser vision.
I don't think I see.
Color.
I think of nipples as like sexualized.
I love a good nipple.
But then I think breasts can be, but not as much as like just a dick on the screen. But maybe that's just because it's
Yeah,
like you're
that's what does it
seeing
for
it
you.
less often, like just the lack of exposure to it. So like if you saw dicks all the time on media, I wouldn't have the same thinking like, oh, like just having genitalia in your face distracts you from like the image.
Oh my god. Why do we need to activate both? What is this? I'm gonna fall in the river and I don't even care. Just kill me. Actually, I do care. Where are you sending me? No!
Good job, Liz.
That was a crunchy sound.
Bye.
What were you saying?
I'm saying maybe my like, because you don't see genitals very much on like media and stuff, the lack
the
of
social
exposure,
thing.
the lack of exposure to it makes its appearance like distracting. So if you just had more of it, it wouldn't have the same impact on me. Like, oh,
You
it's
just want
just
people to be
instantly distracting.
desensitized.
Well, not I want
I
them to
just-
be. Desensitized.
That's what you're saying. Okay.
No, it could be. But then it's what
Uh-oh.
would be the benefit, you know?
This might be a boss fight.
Yeah, I think it, like, but I also think it's like trying to ever do scenes in like shows and movies that are like supposed to be sexy and enjoyed by the audience as like something sexy. Seems like a waste of time.
Don't do it then, Isaac. Who cares about what you think?
No, I'm just asking if you think the same. It's like, do you actively think, say like, I'm going to do a scene and it's supposed to be like, I'm trying to turn on the audience. The same way
No,
that you think
I don't fucking direct porn, of course.
No, but like, the same way you could think like, okay, I'm trying to make an audience sad, happy, da-da-da-da-da.
Why? The audience porn.
Well, yeah, why is that not ever a consideration outside of porn?
It could be. Ow! Okay, I didn't read that animation at all.
Maybe it is.
Sorry, was saying?
Like what would be the purpose of a director wanting to make the audience horny?
He's horny.
Like, say you've got a message to your movie, and you're going through like different
Do you think it
emotions. and things.
undermines it?
But I don't know. It just depends on what the message is. Like, 'cause say for
The
example,
message
you're
is
like,
horny good.
no, but like, if you've got say like a movie and it's about like a character like falling in love and the woman he falls in love with like tricked him and didn't really love him, blah blah blah. So like, you try and direct the story and like make the audience really like her, but would you put in scenes to make to push her sexual attraction to the audience?
Well, sex is a type of appeal.
It's like, is your goal to make the audience like be attracted to her, or to show that she is attracted to the main character, for example?
A lot of people seem to try and do it that way, yeah. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just,
I've actually never thought about doing it since interesting thought.
yeah, I can't think of any situation where I want to do that myself, really. Like horny good.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't, like, none of my stories really are focused on like,
Sex.
yeah, like, if it is a relationship, even, I don't think I have any kind of romance in any of my stories.
Sounds like a you problem.
It's like, right, what you know, haha, I'm a loser.
Ah, shit! Are you fucking... What is happening to the controls?
Nope. That'll teach you. Should have plugged in the PS5 camera.
That's what I need.
So really problems. Friendships. I don't know. I have like well,
What, pre-code?
no, I have like one. So remember, who's the prefect?
Ah, Jesus.
So my idea with him was he was in love with someone in that story, and then in my movie idea about little girl, like it was like jumps between dreams. It's like her parents are already in a relationship, so it's like pre-existing relationships exist in some of my stories, but not relationships like forming as like a focus
People
of the story.
falling in love isn't the
Yeah.
you explore.
Yeah. Unless it's like Nero and the Squid Man, maybe.
That's
Wink,
hypersexual.
wink. Wink. Nero's like they're tentacles.
You better not tell me that fucking Nero is a self-insert and we're having a problem.
Is he? Nah, not really. Well,
The fact that you even have to ask. Excuse me.
isn't every main character a self-insert?
If every main character is a self-insert, then why even have the term? Just
remember
be
that.
smart. What has happened to... Sometimes the
How
camera
could you-
just gives up.
Surely, like every character you write is in some way like
I found my tools, just where I left them. They should come in
some
handy.
kind of reflection on yourself, or some
Well,
aspect
yeah,
of
because
yourself.
They're gonna be
alter.
based on experiences that you have or thoughts that you have.
Yeah.
They're always gonna reflect you. But that's like the story in all art. It doesn't... Is there points?
I found my
No, I'm
tools.
just thinking it's like
Just where I
Nero's
left them.
personality is kind
They
of
should come in handy.
not really like mine because he's
Like the dude who wrote Conan. He just wants to be a Giga Chad who fucks bitches.
yeah. But like Nero, he's the fucking like scared of everything and cries and runs away.
Nice self-insert accent.
Yeah, there you go. A power fantasy.
Oh, I wish I could be as vulnerable as him. I don't know.
But yeah, Nero's like doesn't know anything, scared, doesn't understand anybody, cries a lot. Everyone's trying to have sex with him.
That's one version of Giga Chad, I guess.
Yeah.
People want to fuck him anyway.
Yeah, he doesn't understand why and what they want or who they are.
Wait. Like you're describing him like a confused child, but people still want to have sex with him. Like
Yeah.
a molestation story? Okay, cool.
Kind of. Well, they want like the demons want to like rape him.
Please.
Kind of. The goblins don't really. They want to eat him, but
Yeah, well, just one form of consumption to another. Isaac, it
Yeah.
is time to meditate. Become one with the world.
meditation.
Smell the sights, see the sounds.
They actually have a lot of like.
Hear the colors.
Where's what do I have?
Become the characters. My character's glitching out. Every time they cut to her, like her texture reloads and she just looks diseased. Do you see this?
I'm watching.
Oh, now you're watching, huh?
I have it on my other monitor, so it's always running, but
Thanks for the support. Oh, never mind. Didn't seem to work that time. That's disappointing. Can you smell? Oh, never mind. It did show up. Okay. Well, unpause.
it's like, I feel like I haven't had a new story for a while.
You haven't.
No,
There you go. Problem
just
solved.
because it's like working
I
on
solved
other
the
ones.
mystery.
So it's like, have I had new ideas? Like a completely new thing.
I feel like I should just write down ideas that I've been wanting to explore anyway and just do it.
Yeah.
Too much work. Who cares?
Well, like I've been just thinking about like,
Go on.
like doing my own, what do you call it, like versions of stuff. So like, I had the idea for like a Valheim TV show. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So it's like, kind of, not my own setting, but it's like
hey,
showing appreciation for things. Or something.
Isaac, I got something to contribute. You ready?
Oh god! Oh god!
Yeah. How about a good idea? You ever thought of that?
Got so many. Yeah. Working on loads. I've got loads already.
Oh, okay. I'm convinced now.
Mm,
And need to talk to this bitch. But you keep talking.
You.
Let's see what she has to say. Okay, dear, explain yourself.
When our land began to struggle, I left to search for supplies.
Eat it,
My
bitch.
journey took me far across the sea. Adira stayed behind to help the village. I made her promise to move on without me if I didn't make it back. The villagers would need her help to build a new home. It must have been hard for her, not knowing my fate.
Okay. You were saying?
Anything else I've been thinking about recently?
How not to be gay, LMAO, I got him good.
Like, don't know, what is it? It's like, it's weird how it's just my concept. Like, I've never been in any kind of like long-term relationship, so I don't know what it's like. So I don't know what to expect. So I don't know if certain things will be an issue or not, or if that sort of stuff matters, or it's like, to what degree do I?
That
Could
sort of
I
stuff. I mean,
imagine?
you just got general insecurities, but you don't know.
Well, it's also, it's just like my thinking is always like, am I sort of leading someone on? I'm like worrying about that. It's like I kind of.
Sometimes there's only so much you can do to make sure that you're on the same page in terms of what you want.
Yeah, but then it's like, how likely is that to change? It's like, I think I want kids. Right. And it's
These are
like,
great, Isaac. You should have had them earlier. It's too late now.
I'm a man, it doesn't matter when I have them.
Wow. The women's gonna take care of them for you.
Well,
I mean,
I just
you
need to
should
get a
be
woman I
able
can
to
train.
Oh god, not this shit
I
again.
can teach her the
Oh,
ways,
God.
how to please me.
The ways. I think I
ways
just
I'm-
fucked myself. Yeah, this seems pretty fucked. Wow, this was a good idea. Go on, you were about to teach me the ways. Oh my god, that cut!
I don't know. What was I saying? I don't know.
You've grown up with a lot of family, right? Like, when did you decide that you want kids? Like, some people seem like who grew
Long
up in
time
big
ago.
families seem to decide that, yeah, I definitely want kids, like, from the very beginning.
I don't
I just
know.
want to have
It's
a big
like,
family around me and shit.
so all of my, so I have, so like both my mum and dad's parents are still together, and then they all have like three, so my dad has like two sisters, my mum has his brother and sister, and they have like been married. They've never, like, none of my family have ever like divorced, right? And like they all have like 3+ kids, like my aunties and uncles and stuff, and like huge family gatherings and nice, and it's like very consistent, and only like one member, like only my dad's dad, like my grandfather, only he's the only one that's died, right? And it's like, and my brothers, all my brothers have like long-term relationships. So like older brother 10 years, younger brothers is like 2, 3, 4 years plus, whatever. And it's kind of the same with everyone else in my family. It's like my cousins, some are married or long-term things, or you know, they see one person for ages. And then it's like, I kind of feel like I want that as well, but I don't know.
I don't know which part you mean.
Like I want
You listed so many people and their long-term relationships that I didn't know.
Well,
Like I don't know what your
so it's
point is at
my
this point.
my
I've got the
experience,
keyboard
or like
thing, so
my
you should
sort
be
of
able to activate this
what I've grown up with is like long-term monogamous relationships, like family, lots of kids, big family,
You
everything.
run up
Right?
with those things around you.
Yeah, and like, it I want it, but it's like, I think the things that I want as part, or like that the other person, like, so the things I enjoy that I want the other person and me to have in common, and like the reasons we would be together and stuff. It's like
Another relic
our
must be
interests
close.
and
village heart.
sensibilities and whatever.
Adir and I found a way to collect.
They
and
seem
focus
kind
that
of
energy.
uncommon, so it's like I've never ever been with anybody or met anyone or dated anyone that I've thought like this could be long term. But then I'm wondering if it's like, do I think that because I have like unrealistic ideas that there'll ever be anyone kind of that'll match this logic of I have, like they have to, not that they have to just be exactly what I want them to be, but it's like I can imagine being with them long term. It's like I've never really been with anyone where it's like I feel like we want the same general
I think
things.
I told you my thoughts on this before. I sort of talked about this shit before. My thoughts is that you're looking in the wrong places for the kind of people that are after.
Yeah. But then,
But then what? Where am I? What is happening? Am I going to die?
am I gonna die? Is I gonna
Okay, apparently
die?
that looked like it would be high enough to kill me. Like they just have this kill box, so if you fall too far, and that looks like it was too
Yeah.
far, but okay.
Yeah, I think I probably am looking at it, but like, I don't know where the right place is. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, where the fuck is the right place? Like, I don't even know.
Where I tell you it is.
Which is what? Hey, don't say you.
Too much of a running gag at this
It's
point.
me all along.
The true wife was the friends we made.
Just look in the mirror. You'll find true love. Oh God, love yourself.
Yeah, narcissism.
Stroking while stroking.
Don't go. No, like,
Yeah, like, where is the right
work
place?
in any creative environment, in any sort of capacity, basically. I don't care if you're a fucking cameraman on set. At least it's a creative environment. You're
Yeah.
way more likely to find people in that sort of field than
True.
or start going hard on your writing. I don't know, like, have you even done scripts and
Not proper ones. I have like, I don't know. I write these kind of weird like storyboard / script things. So it's just like events that happen. And like notes and things. It's not really a script. It's like helping me remember the visual elements I want the scenes to have. Yeah.
golly, gonna have to make it for someone else if you're going to impress them.
Yeah, that's probably right. Creative fields with other people. Then it doesn't help a lot if it's like online or just me on my own drawing shit. True. I guess or like, would you say the same with like life drawing classes? Does that count really?
No, well, you're likely.
Like, what do you mean like? Do you mean like actually working together?
I
Or
think
do you
that's
mean,
a
like-
better environment. Yes, like how to put this? A lot of people who show up to life drawing are going to be students and people who would just be interested in it as a hobby, not necessarily take it particularly
Yeah.
seriously. Just
Okay, so it's
So,
like
I'm
degree
sure
of investment is an issue as well. It's like if they're actually working for a creative company, they care about being creative.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, okay. It's not just something fun or it's a hobby. It's like their life.
Yeah, it seems like you're more likely to.
True.
Like you seem pretty serious about it, so
Yes.
you're probably gonna have to make sure that they are. What am I doing here? How do I?
What do I know?
How does
Just
this help me?
shooting orbs on the floor. I don't know. Fucking weirdo. Fucking weirdo. Fucking cunt. Shooting fat orbs on there for now. You fucking back.
We're just supposed to whip over there and try to jump on top. I don't even know.
Whip them in there.
Yes, whip and naming.
Whip. Me whip.
But
Me
now I
name
can't
it.
reach. What
Okay.
the fuck? I gotta be
You
careful.
haven't. Just not watching the whip the nene enough.
What am I supposed to do here? This is way too fucky. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try and start on one of these. What?
Way too fucky. Way
That
too
does sound like a
fucky.
rapper name. Yo, it's me,
So-
way too fucky.
Way too fucky.
It's your
Way
boy, way too
too-
fucky.
Way too fucky. But like say it really fast so it doesn't sound right.
Because it
Way too
shouldn't.
fucky. Way too fucky. Way too fucky.
Oh my god, I'm gonna lose my mind. My body's telling me no. But my mind is telling me yes. So it's a good choice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's John! I am officially stuck. What the fuck do you want from me?
Or nib.
Oh my god, that splash. Jesus. Genuinely, what the fuck? I'm just stuck in a hole. Wait, can I
What the heck?
grab this?
What the heck?
That was not obvious to me. Okay, sorry, you were saying? Something about being gay or some shit.
Yeah. It's hard to have a serious relationship when you just want to suck dick all the time. That's the problem.
Yeah. That's how you know you're marriage material.
Gargle on that dick. No.
Ow, really? Ow, really?
The main thing recently is happening with me is like, because I've had that new job teaching in school, it's like, realizing how much fucking effort it takes to like,
What, idiots? What?
no, it's like, I think of like just knowing maths and like reading and writing and like problem solving and things like that. It's like, it's so easy, right? But
Sure.
it's like you take for granted that it's like it takes a long time to actually get good at it from like years of like learning basic maths and shit.
What
It's
are
like
you... What, are you teaching children?
7-year-olds.
Since when? I don't remember you telling me that.
Yeah, I go in like a job at a school 2 days a week, helping like with art and like science and stuff.
Yeah, but I thought that it was just like more life drawing shit, I think.
No, it's like very good. It's like I help the days I work there. It's like it's mostly like science or like PE stuff and like art basically. So I help a lot with the art lessons.
Don't get grabby with the kids in spandex, Isaac.
No, they just wear their normal outfits.
What is considered a normal outfit?
Well, they just wear their school uniforms and do like really basic shit, like pick up a hockey stick and hit a ball around. Like,
My
it's not-
school uniform was a fucking wool vest. I don't think I'd be wearing that shit.
Right. But then it's so like the kids
Are
are
you
like
fucking kidding me? End me, just end me. Sorry, go on.
it's like you see kids where it's like they can't do stuff where
They have to think.
yeah, or it's like it seems so obvious, or like they know the basic steps, but they can't like apply the steps to new problems. Like if I say like look, if I say look at this number, right?
This number's amazing.
And it's like 101, right? The number's 101, and I say to them like,
What comes after?
they can see the number written as 101, and know what number it is, but they don't know what the word is for the number. So they don't know that it's 101.
Yeah, it's about pattern establishment.
Yeah, and so, but it's like, so the time it takes for like a person to learn and sort of be capable of, you know, like reading, writing, maths and things like that, it's like takes years and years and years, right? But it's so kind of, I never like really appreciated that it's like the amount of effort that goes into it from both, so like from the kids learning and also the teachers teaching it. Because in my head, I've always thought I am really good at maths and problem solving and everything. And it's like, but when I was 7 years old or something, I was probably really shit, or I had the same issues.
Honestly, like, it's weird to me that they don't tell people to do this in class. Explaining what you understand to somebody else is a great way of making sure you understand it yourself. So you should just tell kids to explain to other kids what the pattern is supposed to be. And then when they realize that they can't say it, then point out that that means you don't understand it properly.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like,
Because when I was trying to teach my niece mathematics, like, she was trying to rush at. Okay, this is really frustrating because you actually need to think differently about this shit in order to set a foundation. A lot of people get too set on just finding the solution. You're not supposed to find a solution. You're supposed to understand the problem. Those are two different things. If you just go for the solution, you might get it right once. If you understand the problem, you'll get it right every time. That's the difference.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you get issues with that where it's like, say I'm trying to explain to them, like, okay, they've got like a number line. It's just a line with a bunch of dashes on it, and it's like each dash is a different number. So you might have like 0 to 10, right? So each dash is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Mm-hmm. So you might only have two numbers written on the line, like 0 and 10. And then you might give them a question like, find the number 5, right? So they're supposed to count the dashes till they get to number 5, okay? And so say you've got another line where it's like 0 to 1,000, right? In each dash, there's 10 dashes, and each dash is 100. And it's all labeled on there, so you got like 0, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, up to 1,000. And you do some like questions where you're like, okay, I'm pointing at the middle out, like between 0 and 100. Like, what number is this, right? And they're like, oh, it's 50. Okay, because 50 is in the middle of 0 and 100. But then you put another line in the middle of like 600 to 700. So the answer's supposed to be 650. But like, they can't understand that. It's like, because they've worked with like small numbers, right? And like they've had loads of examples of like 0, 100, 50, like 50 is half of 100, but they've never done such big numbers, right, to the same amount. But they can't see the pattern of like each step between is like 100 between each step. Like, so between 600 and 700, there's like 100 gap, right? Mm-hmm. And so they don't realize that there's like 100 space gaps at each step.
Yeah, that's the pattern. You go up by 100.
So like they don't see that, And so they don't infer like, okay, so there's 100 between each step, so halfway from each step must be 50. So I add 50 to the number that's on the left, like the lower number as I'm going up. So it's like trying to explain to them that it's like
Absolutely help us. Use this
yeah,
wish.
it's like they don't. It's that kind of logical. It's like inferring it, like seeing the pattern, knowing that each step is 100 plus 100 to get to each step. So between each must be 50. And da, da, da. It's like, is that something that they? How do you? It's like teaching them pattern recognition.
Yeah.
But then they're supposed to recognize pattern, so I'm not supposed to tell them the pattern.
Too bad.
It's like
Very much accurate.
right, and it's like it's just things like that. And then you have all these different kids at different levels, and then you have there's like kids in it where like they're still struggling to read, so it's like.
So it's almost like
You-
pulling them.
Kind of, but then, so say they've got a math problem, and the problem says like, let's see, so like, what was one? Like, which, okay, you know you have like greater than and less than symbols and stuff, like equal symbols? So there's a question like, write this sentence in like numbers and symbols. So if I say 16 is greater than 12, so what they're supposed to write is 16 then greater than sign 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they can't read the word greater. They don't know. They're like, they can barely read the sentence.
Yeah, that's
So
why
it's-
they use the metaphor of the crocodile always eats the bigger number.
Yeah, so it's like, but they have to draw the crocodile, like, you know, the symbol after they've understood the sentence. But like, they're having trouble even reading the sentence. So it's like, there's no hope they're ever going to do the question. Not because they can't do the maths, because they can't
But they're
understand it, because
just
they
too
can't read it.
stupid in general.
No, but it's just like but then also because they're so young, it's like something's difficult, they give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's really frustrating.
They're like, I can't read it. Oh, my friend's there. I'm just going to talk to my friend. It's like,
Yeah, easily distracted.
yeah. So it feels weird that it's almost like you're just kind of like throwing out.
Screaming into the void.
Yeah, you're just kind of throwing information at them and trying for them to get it and understand it and do the work. And you're just like, so over time they'll slowly like get things better, but like because their attention span's so shit and comprehension and like they can't read some of it and they can't it's like you're just you're trying to like fill up a cup, but you've only got like, you're like 10 feet away with like a water pistol, you know what I mean? You can barely get anything in there. It's like you're just hoping over time you'll fill the jug up with enough information so they'll kind of get everything. But it's almost like there's so many kids in the classroom and distracting each other and controlling the kids and trying to teach them manners and like following instructions. It's just a shit show, and they're like, they might do like half of the questions each time, and so it's like thinking, it's like, if I had my own kid, it's like,
You just smack them around until they learned.
no, but it'd be like, I wouldn't trust that they would learn anything at school. So like, to the rate at which they could realistically do it. It's like me one-on-one sitting with them, teaching them shit, like, would be a million times better than going to school in terms of actually learning stuff. So it's
No
like
problem.
doing homework with them and actually like teaching them shit. They'd be like way better, which is but it seems like so crazy, like the difference. But I never really remembered what school was like, and it's like that young. Because there's like 30 kids in the classroom, one teacher, and then like me.
You
I
don't
just
have a
know.
teacher.
No, it's like I just notice it's like kids just not paying attention or like forgetting or brushing or copying each other's
Yeah.
answers and stuff, and it's just like this kid is already like fucking falling behind. Like they're already sort of gonna be suffering. You know what I mean? Long term. Because there's one kid in the class, like it's almost like he can barely read, and it's like everyone else can, and he can, but he can barely write either. And it's like he's like doing these questions, and then I tell him to like read me his answers, and he can't even read what he's written. So it's almost just like he knew he had to finish the questions, otherwise he wouldn't be able to like go outside and go to lunch or whatever. So he just wrote. He wrote anything. He just kind of put symbols on a page.
Yeah, that's usually the point where you need to just talk to them to see if they understand why they should be here.
Yeah, because that's what I tried to do. I tried to teach him like I tried multiple. Like I was trying to do some maths questions with him, and it was like.
Going to.
But like constantly like backpedaling to like simpler understandings. It's like how do I get what do I need to add? Like if I have the number 84 and I want to get 84 but I've got 80, what do I need to add to 80 to get 84?
Yeah.
And he's like
I've done the same sort of shit with my niece. And it's like, it's weird how they struggle with the relative values. Like, they don't understand digit. And if you have to keep that concept, things get so much easier once you understand it. But,
yeah.
like, what... Okay, here's what I don't understand. Why the fuck does it seem like the teacher hasn't taught this shit already?
Yeah.
Like,
But
the
that's
fact that my niece comes to me, it's like, okay, how do you solve this? She's like... And then I see her trying to solve it. It's like, you don't understand digits. Like, if you just understand that you, like, sort things out in basically columns, and every time you, like, rotate through 10 numbers, you add, like, one to this column. And that's how everything, like, is sorted relativistically. It's so much easier. Why don't you understand this already? What the fuck has the teacher been doing?
But that's what I mean in terms of, like, like a big class and the teacher having limited time, and it's like you're just throwing out shit and trying to keep track of everybody, but like you can't. So
yeah,
again,
that's what I've realized. Like, my memory from what school was like is not from the age that my niece is currently at school. Like at that age, the fact that anybody's learning anything is like a miracle. Like, you can't get them to sit still and like stay focused.
No,
So
exactly.
you need to, like, the only hope there is to somehow get them interested, and that is fucking hard.
Yeah, exactly. Or it's like you get, because I did like a bit of art.
That's actually where like video games come in real handy, because you can have like really simple games, but they get engaged way more just from the feedback of it.
Because that's what I did with like the art lessons, like teaching them to do like draw a 3D shape, and it's like drawing a face, right? So it's like I kept it like a mystery of what we're doing, so like they're engaged because they're trying to figure out what we're drawing. They're like, so I tell them, okay, draw a triangle, which is the nose, and then I'm like, draw like a square under the triangle, and then draw this and that, and they're like, oh, is it a mountain, is it a volcano, is it something and something, and they're like trying to figure it out, and they're all engaged, and it's like, once I actually reveal that it's like, okay, the triangle is the nose, and then because you've drawn these lines, the eyes go here, the mouth goes here, and the chin goes here. Like, as soon as they realize that, I've like lost them completely. Like, they're just like, well, I'm gonna do it again, like draw a face, and it's like, you can never get them back again. It's like they're like, they've learned, okay, wow, that's a thing about drawing a face. So they just like, even if you're trying to teach them again the method to do it, they're already gone. They're like, just start drawing faces regardless of following the instructions. And yeah, like that's the main. It's like attention span just is non-existent, so you can barely teach them, because it's like they have no train of thought. It's like their minds disappear. They just move on to something else.
Ow, what the fuck? What are you shooting at me? Are you kidding?
True enough.
Stop. Fuck you. Let's do this bitch. Yo, wait, where?
It makes me feel like fucking like I would never want to properly teach to kids that age. Like I don't have the interest I have in the teaching
The
is
sort of
only
shit
so
that-
much. It's like
yeah.
the people learning it, whereas the kids are just like can't learn shit.
Like, part of the problem is that I'm not sure what level of freedom you have to, like, explore this shit. So, like, if you're doomed to stick to a formula that you just see doesn't work, and you just have to keep doing that instead of, okay, how they learn is a problem, but I might be able to figure out how to solve it, then it might be a little more engaging. Otherwise, it's like a death sentence.
Yeah.
So, like, if you can experiment to find out how they think.
I think it's like you never have enough time. It's like I'm like, okay, let me help you with this problem, kids, and I'm like, you're kind of, if you don't give them hints, it's like they never solve it because you don't have the time to like revisit and sort of go through their understanding of things because you're just like, you got a maths lesson and it's like they've only got 20 minutes left and they have to do like 5 questions and it's like, yeah, you're kind of sort of like doing your best.
But is it ever good enough for it?
I don't know. Because they do have like systems where they
It's because
try.
this music is turning into ghost intro.
They try to like they like assess the different people's like abilities and then put them in like special classes or something to like try and improve their skills in those areas. But it's just more of a case of like you hold them back, right? It's just they're just like a year behind the others. That's kind of how it works. Which I guess makes sense, but it's just kind of.
I think
So-
the
so they-
problem with that is the ostracization. Because you sort people by age, as soon as you make somebody the odd one out, it feels.
Oh no, it's like they
even
don't,
though
they don't hold them back in terms of like, staying in the class. It's like the work they give them in the class is different to everyone else's. Or say you've got like English lessons, like 10 of them will go into like a special room or like another classroom and just do a different lesson basically.
I'm sure I
It's
feel
a-
about the term special room.
Yeah, okay, special room, another room. And so it's like,
Oh, we've got a special room for the likes of you, Mr.
it's
Potter.
like, but it's almost like it's not like they're. It's basically they're just doing the same work again in the hopes that they like.
Yeah, that
like
seems worthwhile.
get it, kind of like they get it the second time. You know what I mean? Or like,
And
the
how
amount of-
reliable is that?
right, so I think it's like, or they need more time to comprehend it. So it's like they're just slower to comprehend things. But is that true, or they just fundamentally don't understand stuff and they need one-to-one stuff? And it's like so sort of hard. It's not hard to see. It's just I don't know what the end result is like. So the kids that like in my like year, they're in year 3, right? The kids I'm like in the class. And so I'm like, what are they going to be like when they're in year 6, right? Like,
Absolutely handicapped.
that's what I mean. Like, does it even out? Does it balance out? Is this like common, and then all the kids kind of get to a better level, like a similar level by this stage? Or they start like, once you get to like year 4, 5, 6, they start giving you like specialized homework or like homework clubs or tutoring. Because I'm thinking like if I have kids, it's like I'm gonna give them fucking like
All the attention they
workbooks. Or no, I would hope I could do that. Probably not. It's unrealistic. But like I would try, but like I would sort of teach them as well in like maybe like have like a maths workbooks and like start with like basic and sort of have them go through it at home as well, so I can see for myself what they're doing, like what they know. It's just it feels like it would be useful.
Yeah, that's part of the shit. Like, that's part of why I not actually like the idea of having a kid. I'm too neurotic and like I would be too concerned about them learning everything they need, so I micromanage them.
But do you not think that would benefit you in terms of? Do you not think that like you could become more patient or something? You know what I mean? You'd like learn to be more patient. Or learn
Is
to
that
be
the
less.
issue here? I'm confused.
No, like as in, so you wouldn't want, you were worried because you'd be like too neurotic and like micromanage them and whatever. It's like, so do you think you could reduce your neuroticism?
Yeah, but that isn't the same as developing my patience.
But like in terms of,
My patience is fine. I'm almost too patient in some contexts.
yeah. It's more because I just see it as like the same way that I throw myself into things. It's like I want to be confident, so I'm going to throw myself into situations where you have to be confident. Thus,
I don't want to
improving
throw
my
myself
confidence.
into just having a child in my life. I think.
Yeah. You want to reduce your neuroticism, so first step, have
I
a
just
kid.
fuck bitches, get money, and
Yeah.
pay child support.
Yeah, have a kid.
Whereas, like, great, I have 5 children I'm neurotic about now, and 5 mothers too.
I found the
That
relic.
is another thing I
Village
worry
heart was
about with
gone.
if I have a kid, like especially a girl. I'm like,
It all makes
what the
sense
fuck?
now.
I don't think I could like not
She
be
must have
worried
moved
all the
mountains
time.
to transport the village heart.
Repeat
If
that?
anyone could find a way.
Like I don't think
they
if I
do.
say if I have a kid,
I'll
especially if
return
I
the
have like a
relics to
little
the town.
girl, I don't think
Thank you for your help, Hannah.
it would be possible
I
for
know
me
it's
not to
hard
feel
to
like
revisit the
fucking
past.
worried all the time
I've
about
like,
her.
watched the stream, I've glitched my character, all the animations are fucked.
I'm glad you've come, Kana.
Oh, the eyes.
I believe
Ugh.
you can help her
Uh-huh.
find peace.
The fucking eyebrows
careful.
like went down to her nose.
Yeah, I know, like I said, I fucked the
Ugh.
animations.
I found the relic.
It all makes
How
sense
did you
now.
fuck them?
If anyone could find a way, it would be.
By
a
mere
I'll
existence.
return the relics to the
I'm gonna
town.
watch it again. Also, her
Thank
skin
you
looks
for your
diseased
help,
now.
Hannah. I know it's hard
mean,
to revisit the
I
past.
was a bit picky, aren't you? Oh,
I'm glad you've
yeah,
come,
like dots
Kana.
and shit.
Apparently I'm not the only one who's picky.
Do you remember I told you that thing where I had that like weird dream, and it's like whenever I think of like this character in the dream, I have like this like physical sensation.
No.
I think I told you. I think I do remember telling you. It was like I had this
I guess I
dream
don't
of like
remember those details.
a guy. There's like a guy being like tortured in a basement, and it's like his like skin was like burned, and every time I imagine, so like the left side of his face was like burnt and like mutilated. So like whenever I think of that,
I
it like
pumpkin baby. I had a
it's-
pumpkin baby. Yeah.
fuck you, punker. Like every time I think of that dream that I had, I get the like goosebump sort of pins and needles on the side of my face.
Yikes. Okay. That's
Which
a
is
very
really weird.
specific physical reaction as well.
Yeah, it's really fucking weird. Like, yeah, it's just like that's when I saw your character with like
you got
with
the
that weird
sensation.
like half dotted face. I got that same sensation. Like it made
Fuck
me
yeah,
remember it.
Nice.
Ugh. Yeah, what was I saying? Like I don't think I could have a kid and like not
Wait,
be fucking
what's on their face?
no, like not be like worried all the time.
Yeah.
But like, are they safe? I'm like, I'd just be like,
Dude, it's taking me so fucking long to not like run after my niece and make sure she doesn't climb up trees and all this kind of fucking shit.
yeah.
Like, this is what being an uncle is great. I can like, yeah, I only have to do it part time. I don't have to fucking kill myself in the process of keeping this kid alive.
I had a weird thing. Was it today or yesterday? Yesterday. Whereas like, so you know the Russian,
Zero shot, yeah.
So like, I messaged her at like 9 o'clock-ish or something, right? And then on WhatsApp it says when they're like last online. And I messaged her and it was like she was last online at like 8:30, okay? And then she didn't reply to me until like midday the next day, which is kind of weird. She normally replies.
By the way, FYI, I might end up in a cutscene here and
Okay.
I might be distracted.
Yeah, she normally replies like straight away. Not straight away, but like within that evening, right? 'Cause she works till like 9:30ish. So I was like, okay, she'll reply to me.
Isaac, pretty cutscene, pre-rendered.
Fucking pre-rendered. Wow,
Uh-oh.
so exciting.
Glowy veins.
I hope her face glitches out.
It's pre-rendered, so it won't happen.
Oh,
If
you
I
never know.
fucked pre-rendered cutscenes, I'd be fucking impressed.
You never know.
I mean, technically you can, it's just way less likely.
Screen tearing or some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, it melted. The skull wood thing disappeared.
The Skull King is here. I'm gonna climb the tower now. But it's raining, how did I get dirty?
Dirty.
I don't like that. I don't know why.
It's I'm 30, is that why? I'm fucking
But I'm
dirty.
dirty. Dirty, yeah, we're right.
Filthy fucking like.
Why would you say that? I hate that.
What was I saying?
La Rochon?
Rochon, yeah, so-
You could get a hold of her or something?
So yeah, so like she was last online at like 8:30, like in the evening. I messaged her around 9, and then normally she like finishes work sometimes at 9:30, and then like travels home, and then blah blah blah. And like regularly we like message each other at like really late, right? But then she didn't reply at all, right? And then the next day, it's like wake up, she's still not been online. Fucking another cutscene.
What? Next day you said? Or
Yeah, next day.
and you're already worried?
Well, I thought it was weird. But because she's moved into a new place and there's like no internet at her place, maybe she like ran out of data or something, right? So she can't like reply. Okay. But then I look at her Instagram and the last she put up like a story. You know what a story is on Instagram? It's like temporary photos. It's just, you know, they last for 24 hours and then they go. So the last thing she posted was the day before, so around 7 o'clock. So the last time she was online was like 8, but an hour and a half before that, she had posted a photo of like her alone in like a field in kind of like somewhere in London. It's like it's like National Mansion. It's just kind of and kind of late at night. So I'm like in my head, I'm like, okay, she's wandering alone in a big open place. It's like super quiet, but we were out like a bit goes there, and she was by herself. And this was at like 7 o'clock at night. And then at half 8 was the last time she was on her phone, and she was online.
Really?
And I was actually like worried. I know, exactly, and I'm like, I've never had that before.
Uh-oh. You know what that means, Isaac?
There's in my head, like, all this shit, like, it's just like, okay, logically, it makes sense that she's like, anything bad's happened to her. But then I go through, I'm like, okay, I know where she works, so I can ring up where she works, I can find out if she's come in, and I can also text her, because if her phone will have internet, I can still text her, she can still reply. And as I go through all these things, it's like, I want to know now, but then if it's perfectly fine and normal, and I message her, being like, what? Yeah, I feel like kind of stupid.
Yeah, you should always be stupid on theory, Isaac. I really am. Never shows emotion.
But then it's like, our relationship is kind of,
No, that's
I don't know, it's like weird, it's like, it seems overly,
to me.
kind of, I guess, but it's just, but then I think it would come across more to her that like I don't think she's like an adult and can like look after herself and like knows what she's doing.
Okay. We're going straight for the worst approximation. I think
But then she like messaged me like was a law yesterday, so she messaged me today like the day after at like I don't know 12, which is like she just replied to my message as if there was no gap, you know what I mean? She didn't say, oh sorry for that. She's just like, yeah, replying to me. And I was just like, it was like really annoying for me where yeah, like actually being worried and it not being like because sometimes I can say something that I can logically figure out.
I understand why.
No, I can sort of my initial worry I'd be like, oh they haven't replied, so it's bad. But it's like then I logically okay they're busy or they're at work or they've run out of internet or they're fine or it's not that happens. You know what I mean? So I just kind of
I just go
reason it out. The worry kind of disappears like instantly, right? Or it's like the worry.
Sure.
The worry is almost like it's more like bad thoughts are matched with like good thoughts or just whatever. It's like she's probably fine or whatever. Like I don't really think about it, right?
Mhm.
I just think okay, they're just not replying or they're busy or something. But then with her, it was just kind of like the worry was like primary. And even though I had like all these other logical reasons of why she wouldn't reply, it was still like worried, like initially, like my main thought, which is like weird for me. Because the only time I've ever had stuff like that to that degree where it's like I'm worried like that is like when I don't know, like I feel like I'm in trouble or I've like made a mistake or like I've or like at uni ages ago, whereas like I'm running out of time to finish like a deadline for like handing in a project or something.
Yeah, anxiety.
Yeah, but it's so weird. Like I've never had that about like worrying about a person like that.
We're just with the advocate.
Oh, that's what I'm like. So if that is like she just like she didn't reply to me
My game's fucking dead.
over like 12 hours from like really late at night, and she replied to me the next day at like lunchtime, which is normal. So if I worry about that, like that, if I had a kid, like as soon as I drop him off at school, I'd just be like, the murderer's
I'll
going to
wrap
break into
them-
the school.
yeah.
Like someone's going to come in and snatch the kid.
Dude, like, I'm still. I'm still fucking stressed out about the fact that my niece walks home by herself these days.
Ugh.
That can't be legal.
How old is
this
she?
this must be stopped. She's
Yeah.
7, and she's like only like
Fuck me.
500 meters away. Like
Oh,
it's not very far. There's like people. Like there's buildings everywhere, so if anything happens, people will fucking see it. There's people, like
Yeah.
it's densely populated, but I'm just like, I don't like that.
yeah. I would, like that would, like the school we have. It's like I don't think they let that happen. Like they have, like all the kids have to line up outside, like in the playground. And then the parents have to like come to the teacher and get the kid.
Yeah, that's
The
how it
kids
usually
can't
is
go home.
when
Yeah.
I get her. But that's usually because like she's supposed to spend the day with me, so I think she's just waiting for me to show up.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
That's what like that's what I worry about having a kid. It's like fucking. But then I remember my like parents, and
But,
they
like, I can't remember like when that shit actually starts. I swear to God, when I was 6 years old and I started at school, I already was like walking back and forth by myself.
I feel like if I had a boy, I wouldn't be as worried.
Girls too cute. Everybody wants one.
Right. Pretty much. Then I remember, like, when I was younger, just kind of always going out my own, doing shit, and like being with my friends and stuff, and like,
It should also be illegal.
but like I didn't feel or perceive any worry on my parents' kind of side. But I guess we have to, so it's like,
Jesus Christ, sorry. You're gonna have to give me a second. The audio is so fucking loud. But don't fucking mock me. I said the audio was too loud. I can't fucking hear a goddamn thing you're saying. Oh, okay. Nice. Waves I can't see. I love that shit. You were saying? As a kid, you had no rules, and you were a badass or some shit.
which I didn't notice the kind of, I didn't perceive any like worry on my parents' side.
Because we didn't care, is it?
And also I was saying because like we have mobile phones by now,
Yeah.
so it's like parents would just ring up and be like, where are you?
Yeah, my niece doesn't have a phone, she has a watch that you can call. But like, it's basically explicitly so that you know where she is. Or you pull her up if you're worried. Oh my god. I hate this shit. I hate this shit so damn much. The fact that this dude is blocking my shot is infuriating. You don't get me. Tell me more about your parents, Isaac. Ow! That should be illegal. Him jumping into the air shouldn't damage me. Don't you agree, Isaac? No. Ow! Fucking. How big of a family do you want, Isaac? Me too.
Two kids at least, maybe.
That's a
I think
good
one-
number. Most people seem to want that.
One would be a bit like lonely for the kid, maybe. It seems odd. No, I don't know, it's just because it's my like what I'm used to.
I don't understand how they do the door.
I'm used to like big families.
Yeah.
But then it's like, weirdly enough, thinking about it in terms of like considering the effect of pregnancy on women, it's like
Jesus.
it's like never just assuming that they would be fine all the time, you know what I mean? Like, so my mum's had 4 kids, but like pregnancy is like difficult.
Yeah.
So it's like I want 4 kids, and it's like who the like saying that to someone is like selfish almost
Yeah. You're not the
from
one.
like the man's
You're the kid.
perspective. Yeah.
You're the kid that has to bury these kids.
No.
Bury these kids. Jesus
Bury?
Christ. Excuse me. I don't think I know how kids work. Apparently.
You bury them in the ground, they grow like plants.
Yeah. I mean, what else are you gonna do with your seed?
Yeah. That's what I normally do. That's what I normally do with my seed. Come into holes in the garden.
That's how you get the pumpkin patch.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm worried about approaching this person. There's gonna be a cutscene, Isaac. I hope you're emotionally prepared. And then I get a loading screen. Nice. That's what I actually wanted.
Disgusting.
Pavi Hamar, Proton Mask to Shrine of Vedira, Nurot Mask.
The ancient people who settled here were drawn to the mountain shrine.
Yeah, I think I probably want 2, I guess.
But they
2
didn't
kids,
fully
I guess.
understand its potential.
I think 3 would be too much, and 1 is just like
Hana and I found
Not
a way
enough.
to focus the scattered energy of the mountain.
Yeah, but after a while they can take care of themselves. They get to help each other.
Then what would like? What about you? Would you have
For
kids?
generations,
What's your family plan?
the
None.
village heart started to
My
fade.
niece is enough. I'm too anxious.
This was
You
just
don't
the
need to.
beginning of our
You don't feel worried
problems.
about your bloodline, your legacy.
Something was
All my
wrong.
ends with me.
Crops failed and poison covered the land.
No. What if I steal your sperm and
Steal my what?
Hana
Sperm.
left to search for food and supplies to save
I
our
steal your
village.
sperm at night and then make a woman pregnant with it?
I watched her go that morning.
Then I don't feel
knowing
like it's
would
my
never leave our
responsibility,
home
but
ever.
Then what if the government makes it your responsibility?
Weeks turned to months.
Then I'll be stressed out and
And she
annoyed
did
for the
not
rest of my
return.
life. What do you want?
I'm just wondering.
Okay.
We tried everything to help restore balance,
Yeah.
but nothing worked.
Everything's turning
I
to
knew
shit,
our home
Isaac.
was lost,
This is what would happen
but
if I had a
couldn't
kid,
leave Hana
okay?
behind.
This is why I can't do it.
I had to help her find her way back.
So let's get Kana.
So, I started to build.
I love how this looks. Jesus Christ, that bull is doing work. It's the cow raising the entire goddamn tower. That's the implication here.
Okay. Raise it.
And now the music. It is going full Ghost in the Shell. I love it.
Ghost in the shell. Ghost in the shell.
We finally have it. The ultimate power. A pile of wood. What the fuck was that?
Don't know, no, you know.
Was that the evil spirit? Oh yeah. They have like the same themes in Genshin Impact, which made me laugh. Jesus Christ! Her arms have to be wrecked. Where there's like evil spirits corrupting the forest that you need to clear out. I'm like, Sounds like Kenna's British spirits. What a totally original idea. Fuck is their technology? We use rocks and old wood and some blue light and we'll make
I could
a
not accept
light
what I
tower.
knew in my heart to be true. Somehow I felt leaving would make me forget her. The life we shared would slip away. That fear blinded me, and I tore apart everything we created.
I've lost someone too, and the thought of forgetting them scares me. But I've met Hana, and I know your love is strong. Even after all these years, what you built together is still a part of the land. Your bond will never be broken.
Another almost playing gladiator music.
I'm gonna go now, bitch.
No! That's like the beautiful cutscene.
This one.
They're Lebanese. It's beautiful.
Lebanese. Christ.
I love their cuisine. But they mostly eat this thing I cannot pronounce. I think it's called passi.
Oh, God.
I
me
love
pass.
passi.
Give me that pass.
Oh, delicious, delicious passi.
Pass.
That's a
You
lot of
enjoy your
voices.
pass.
Oh, did I hit load? Jesus, that's not what I wanted. That would have been a terrible mistake.
So
Okay, fine. You're just gonna leave.
well.
Auf
Say goodnight.
Wiedersehen. Okay, Isaac, I love you. Bye.
Yikes.
Well,
Fuck this stream. Fuck
and
the
all the
viewers.
people in it. Yeah, I get the pattern by now. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Okay, bye.
Bye bye, stream. We all love you. He's lying. He's actually your biggest fan.
Fuck stream.